My name is Piterpakulski. Today we will continue building financial model for your business idea. This is the model which you can use to look at how the rent affects your business idea. So at the beginning of this model, we just specify the rent parameters, how many square feet or square meters you have in your location, what is the price per square meter or square feet in your location, what is the amount of deposit, what is the grace period for rent payments if you do have any grace period. Then when you start the revenues, month, year, what is the duration of the investment stage. Then you specify then you specify types of customers. You can switch them on and off. You can specify average check for each type of customer. You can specify direct expenses for each type of customer. You can specify also the duration of the life cycle for different types of customer. Then you specify any new join your project from the very beginning. Then you also can specify how many purchases per month does each customer type makes per month inside its life cycle. Then we move to then we get the revenues. We get, here they are, we get the revenues, we get direct expenses. Then we also get the amount of customers that we have at any given moment inside our project. So this is very important block of calculations, because later we will link different expenses to these lines. So, and for example, when we start operating activity, we still have some marketing budget that will be spent anyway. It doesn't matter how many customers we will get. It's just the starting expenses. These expenses occur not before we get the first revenues, but these occur at the beginning of the project, during the first months of operating activity. So we have to create specific block for these types of expenses. So let's create a block of inputs. Let's say it is advertising, ads, campaign, at the start. So this will be I will use the timeline from the sales plan for new customers. So I will have 36 months period. So here we have 36 months. Then what else? Ads item. I will name it ads item 1, advertising item 1. So this will be the input, so I color it with blue. Blue is a specific color which goes with all our inputs. So for each advertising item I can specify the amount of expenses that we pay during the first 36 months of operating activity. So these expenses are not linked to the amount of customers that we have, so it's just the budget for advertising at the first stage of our business idea. And now we have to put these values inside the timeline. So I'm just copying the timeline. Here on the left I will put the names of advertising items, types of advertising expenses. And now I will have to link these expenses. I will have to put these expenses. So September 2022 is here, so I have to make to make them start these expenses. I will have to make them happen here. So for that purpose I will be just so I need to find our timeline. Where is that? So we need to find the timeline. So here it is, and we need start of operating activity. So operating activity starts in September 2022. So 1, 2, 3. So I need this line. I will color it with, let's say, this color. So I will link these expenses to this line. Then I go back and we'll start writing a formula. So if this value I'm freezing the line, if this one equals to 1, I will put this value, freezing the column. Then 0, so now I will just correct here the numbers. Then I need to put these values to the right columns. So here we have B, then C, and so on, according to the number of the month of operating activity. So now we just press enter, and then all our expenses, advertising expenses, will be put inside the timeline. So these will be these group of lines will be the expenses that will go later to the cash flow statement, so I'll mark them with red. I will extrapolate this formula to the right. So for example, so if we look here, we can see the investment. So these expenses are inside the timeline. They are starting from September 2022. If I go to the top and reset up the operating activity from May 2022, for example, so here is May 2022. We can also, for example, increase the expenses, so we can see how the data is changing here. So we don't have to retype the data inside the timelines. We can just work with inputs, so we can avoid lots of mistakes because we are not working with inputs inside the timeline manually. We just set up the expenses, the amount of expenses here. If we need to displace the moment when we start operating activity, we just go here, and all our expenses, advertising expenses, will easily move from left to right, from right to left, so we can create many scenarios to play with data, you will be able to look at your business idea in more detailed way. So this is what we are fighting for. So I hope you enjoyed this video. You may give us a like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. You can also order financial models from scratch for your unique business ideas. We can help you with that. So see you guys in next videos. Thank you and bye.